I had this shoe with the review of the Dame 10 or the Dame X. For a size 9, it weighs about 408 grams, but it feels like 408 grams. Not crazy light, not crazy heavy, but it's okay. It's okay. It's pretty narrow compared to the 9s. The 10 is a slightly bit more narrow. Even for the 10s, even although the shoe is pretty forgiving, these rubber outsole that really wraps all around the lateral side kind of made the pinky toe pinching sensation there. But this one, a little bit worse than that. So I would suggest going up half a size at least. If you have a very narrow foot and like a tight fit, you can go true to size. Um, Amazingly, unlike the very shameful tradition of Adidas of having crazy dead space nearby the toe box area, this one does not have as serious of an issue there. And also, they've added the lace loop all the way down to nearby your toe area, so you can really lock down well without feeling an insecurity of dead space here. So that's one very positive attribute of this Dame X or the Dame 10. Heel slip wise, there's a little bit. I mean, this padding is monstrous. I think if they took out all these padding, the shoe might be a bit lighter too. Monstrous plush cushioning, soft padding all around the ankle. However, the heel cup, maybe it's a bit too forgiving. Some people might feel a little bit of a slippage. Of course, the lace loops do a good job of locking down, but a little bit of a room there, but depends on the shape of your foot also, I guess. The tongue is a bit short, like the Jaw 3. Maybe it's a new thing all hoop shoes makers are going for. There's these little plasticky ribs all around, kind of like a callback or uh, talking as if this is from the same family tree as the hardened nines. But yeah, I don't see what purpose they serve except add some more weight. They didn't need to have this plasticky thing all over the shoe. Looks pretty cool, wavy. The color is like in Korea they would say banana flavored milk color, like kind of off-white, kind of cream, kind of weak yellow. It's a strange color, but it's not bad. I wish they did not have the two-tone thing here. I really hate it when they do this. It just makes the shoe look tacky because, you know, because this already when NBA had this socks where they made the ankle parts in a different color and made it look like everyone was wearing ski boots. So I hate that. Just let's have the uniform color. Outrigger is incredible, very low to the ground, and the midsole and the outsole also work in tandem to provide that bite and preventive hump to ensure you're not rolling your ankle. The cushioning is pretty incredible. It's just light strike. Simple is good. They go pro bounds, amateur boost, or whatever words they use. None of them were crazy impressive. Just, yeah, unadulterated, good density control light strike is good enough. This light strike in the heel is very extremely beefy. I feel this is beefier than the Dame 9s. If I would just give it to you, you'd think this is Zoom X or Boost. That's how good it is in the heel. On the forefoot, it's very minimal, very low. I felt like it was even more low to the ground and minimal compared to the 9s. So to me, that's a bit of a deal breaker, a bit of a disappointment there. But if you like, it is low to the ground without making you feel like you're gonna get blisters on your forefoot. So it's a minimum, but okay. Better than having a plate below your foot, which is what a lot of Donny shoes have had in the past. So yeah, light strike that feels like Boost. Um, of course, light strike would bottom out. It's kind of light strike is what Lunalon is to Nike. It feels plush and soft at the beginning, but it bottoms out slightly more faster than other foam like Bounce or Boost. But it's so beefy, even if it bottoms out a bit, it's still gonna be better than most out there. Of course, the forefoot is another issue that's really minimal. So if it bottoms out, you'll be feeling closer to the floor, extremely close to the floor. The outsole pattern is incredible. These like little rice nodules, they're very reminiscent of the Kobe 10s. If you like that grippiness, you know what it is. Also, it does not trap dust as much as other patterns, but of course if the rice was a bit bigger it would be even better, but it's not as dust sensitive. And if you look closely, the nodules, um, across the nodules, the vertical nodules, there's also a pattern, wave pattern going on around it. So one rice pattern in the black area is kind of shaven to a certain angular part, so the length is all kind of different. So that really enhances the grippiness of the shoe. The traction is really good. I would say this is better than the nines to a certain degree. The insole they give is a very crappy faux ortholite kind of insole. I prefer it when they give you the EVA insole, which kind of molds with your foot and the midsole. But it's okay because the midsole itself is pretty substantial. This is okay. But if you switch it to the Dame 9 insoles, I think it will feel even better if you can get something that's more substantial, like a, yeah. I would say anything is better than ortholite. But even with ortholite, this shoe is okay. But you know, ortholite bottoms out quickly, gets disintegrated under moisture very quickly. So ortholite is for show. When you try it on, it's so comfortable. Yeah, that's where they get you. The shoe, the insole quickly compresses like sponge. Anyway, so the price point also I think is something that deserves some degree of, I guess, respect, thanks from the consumers and hoopers. Dame actually tried to make sure this is cheaper, and this is his 10th model, and is selling it at under $100. That is something very admirable, because if you look at creeps like Kevin Durant, said that, oh, it's okay, the price went up because I don't think I'm $100 player. When actually, when he was starting out, he wanted to make sure people like him who struggled, of course, he didn't come from, old money, so he wanted to make sure the shoe is affordable. He wanted to make sure it's under $100. But as soon as he reaches a KD7 and he says, I'm not $100 player, yeah, that's why you'll always be Kevin Durant. You'll never be one of the greats because of your, yeah, yeah. Stephen Marbury, Shaquille O'Neal tried to have cheaper shoes for people out there so that the mothers won't be pressured, the kids won't feel peer pressure. Olajuwon had a Spalding shoe which he promoted when he won the NBA Finals MVP, saying it's only $40. Kids should not be trying to reach out deep into their parents' pockets to pay for like $200 shoe. So, but the Spalding shoe wasn't that great. It was okay, not that great. Shaquille O'Neal tried to do the same because he was criticized by parents of some basketball aficionado kids, and she was complaining about how expensive his shoes are, and Shaquille O'Neal actually listened and tried to come up with cheaper shoes, but not that great. Same for Stephen Marbury. He tried to make it affordable, not that great. So I think Damian Lillard, with a established brand, he managed to keep the price down. Hats off to you, man.